Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am back once again. And guess what? Someone on YouTube's got a birthday coming. And that someone is MathewV21688. And he is turning 25 years young. So, and what is it that I do for a YouTube user when they have a birthday? Well, a birthday special, of course. And this first segment is going to be a game of Jeopardy for the Xbox 360. Now this does not count for my run because it is a special. I will say this though, because this is a special, here's how I'm going to do this. If I come out in third place, then it's a $10,000. It's $10,000 added to what I win. Second place, $15,000 added, and first place, $25,000 added. Hopefully I end up with first place. This is Jeopardy!
Please welcome our contestants. Player one. Player three. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Brevet.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert.
There's our host
Thank
for
you,
Jeopardy.
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now
Alright, let's
into
get the
the
game
Jeopardy.
underway. We'll put the dollar figures in.
Clues are worth 200
And which
to
category will the Daily
$1,000
Double
in
be
these
in?
categories.
Will it be
Their
under
first
their
number
first number
one
one
pop
pop
hit.
hit? Perhaps
Ice
it'll be
cream.
under ice cream. Ooh, yummy.
Starts
Maybe
with the
starts
letter
with
J.
J. J in quotation marks.
Name that century.
Name that century.
Bible heroes.
Bible heroes. Or
And
perhaps it'll be
Manimal.
founded. Manimal.
All right, let's
and
get back
quotation
into
marks.
this. Player
Ice
one
cream for
has
200.
Cohen and Greenfield are the last names of the co-founders of this company that created Cherry Garcia ice cream. Player one.
What is Ben and Jerry's?
Yeah, you're right.
Ice cream for 400.
Player one, though it started with just 31 flavors, this chain now has more than 1,000, including SPF 31. It's player one.
What is Baskin Robbins? Yes. Ice cream for 600.
Player one. This treat gets its name because a certain fruit is cut lengthwise and then topped with ice cream, nuts, and whipped cream. Let's hear it, player one.
What is banana split?
That's it.
Alrighty. Ice cream for 800.
Player one. This three-flavored ice cream is named for an Italian city.
What is Neapolitan?
Player one. That's correct.
Ice cream for 1,000.
Player one. Many claim to have invented these. One man made them from waffles at the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair. Let's hear it, player one.
What are ice cream cones?
That is correct.
Alright. Starts
Select
with
again.
J for 200.
To cross the street illegally.
What is jaywalk?
Okay, player one. Right.
Starts with J for 400.
Please. It's combat between two knights on horseback using lances.
What is joust?
Let's hear it, player one. Right.
J600.
Select a breed of cows named for one of the Channel Islands.
Oh, I don't think I know this. Player 2.
It's player two.
What is Jersey?
Good.
Yes, that's right. Select again. You select.
Player 2, start us.
J800.
Many computer games use this lever.
What is a joystick?
Player 1. That's correct. Okay, a green mineral or a fickle woman. Yes, player 1.
What is jade?
Yeah, good.
All right. That's 5,400 right
Player
now.
1, you pick again,
Manimal for
please.
200.
In a Rudyard Kipling story, one of these animals saves a family from a deadly cobra. Okay, player 1.
What is a mongoose?
That's it.
Manimal for 4.
Player 1. A rhesus or a macaque?
Player 3.
Player 3.
Mandrill.
That's not it.
No, that is not right.
Anyone else?
All right, let's give it a shot.
Let's hear it,
here.
player 1.
What is a meerkat? No.
Any other takers?
First one that I've missed.
Let's hear it, player 2.
What is a monkey?
That's right.
Yes.
Way to go.
You're in control, player 2.
Player 2, start us.
Manimal for 6.
Of the 3 animals on Ontario, Canada's coat of arms, the one that fits the
I
category.
better get this one. What is a moose?
Player 1.
Manimal for 800.
Where do we... The scarlet species of this tropical flyer is known for its brilliant plumage and strong voice. Okay, player 1.
What is a macaw? What is macaw?
Good.
All right, and manimal for 1,000.
Please. We're sure you'll just love Ondatra zebethicus, this rodent. Player 1.
What is a muskrat?
Yes.
All right, that'll take me up to 7,600.
You get to pick again, player 1.
Name that century 200.
Ben Franklin flew a kite and invented the lightning rod.
Player 2.
Let's hear it, player 2.
The 18th.
Good.
Right. You select, please. Player
All
2.
right, let's get back into this.
Century
Player
for 4.
2 has control. The Impressionists exhibited their paintings for the first time.
Don't know.
Here's the correct response. The 19th.
19th century. All right. Player 2.
Player 2. Pick again.
Century for 600.
London experienced its deadly Great Fire. The correct response is the 17th.
17th century. Player 2.
Player
Your
2,
board.
back to you.
800.
Ferdinand and Isabella of Spain got married and united their kingdoms.
Don't know.
Here's what we wanted. The 15th.
15th century.
Please pick again. Player 2.
Name that century for 1,000.
Rodent-borne plague killed off a third of Europe's population.
Player 3.
Okay, player 3.
13th.
Sorry.
No, that's not right.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
I don't want to risk it.
Here's the correct response. The 14th.
14th century. Let's go somewhere
Back
else.
to you for our
Bible
next
heroes for
selection.
200.
At the burning bush, God told him he was the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Player 1.
Who is Moses?
That is correct.
Bible heroes for 4.
Where Goliath mocked him, saying, "Am I a dog that thou comest to me with staves?" The correct response is David.
David. Oh, I should have known that. Oh well.
Player
600.
1. In Luke, he is quoted as saying, "I indeed baptize you with water, but one mightier than I cometh."
Player 2.
It's player 2.
Who is Paul?
Sorry.
No, that's not right.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Player 3.
Okay, player 3.
Who is Peter?
That's not it.
That's not right.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Free shot for me.
Okay, player 1.
Who is John the Baptist?
Right.
Their first #1 pop
Player
hit
1,
for
back to you for Every Breath You Take, 1983. Here's what we were looking for. The Police.
The Police. Okay, Bible
Player
Heroes
1, back to you
800.
for our next. When Jesus saw this tax collector and first gospel writer, he told him to follow me. Yes, player 1.
Who is Matthew?
That is
Right.
correct.
It's the gospel order goes Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Select again.
Bible Heroes 1000.
In Judges, he said, "With the jaw of an ass have I slain 1,000 men." We're talking about Samson.
Samson. Okay.
Player 1,
Pop
choose
hit
again.
for 4.
Sunshine on My Shoulders, 1974.
Player 2.
It's player 2.
John Denver.
Right.
Who is John Denver? Yes.
Player 2, where do we
Go again,
start?
player 2.
Sunshine Superman, 1966. Here's the response we were looking for. Donovan,
Donovan.
player 2. You pick again,
Pop
please.
hit for 800.
Ms. Jackson, 2001. Here's the response
The correct
we were
response,
looking for. Outcast.
Outcast. And player 2, you get the last
Let's
clue
have a
this
look at the
round
fans
all
and
to
all
yourself because it's the daily double. And how much of your $1,000 do you want to put at risk?
You are currently in second place.
Everything.
Is that
All
right?
right. You'll be up to
Here
2,000
is
if you're
your
right.
daily double
Here's
clue.
your clue.
Owner of a Lonely Heart, 1984.
Who is yes?
Good.
And that is right. And you finished the round with 2,000.
Player
I
3
finished
should
the
be
round with
third place.
9,200.
Of course,
And player
player
3
will select
is
first
at
in Double Jeopardy.
minus 2,000. So player 3 will select first in the double Jeopardy round.
Let's
And
see
we'll
what
get that
happens in
underway
Double
right
Jeopardy
now.
with these
Put
categories.
double dollar
leading
figures
players.
into the screens. Now let's take a look at the categories.
Science Potpourri.
Science Potpourri.
Daniel Boone.
Daniel Boone.
Characters in
Characters
literature.
in literature.
Foreign words and
Foreign
phrases.
words and phrases.
Country music
Country
stars,
music stars on
film.
film. And finally,
And libraries.
libraries.
A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Player
Science
3.
Potpourri
Make us.
4.
This age is divided into the Paleolithic, the Mesolithic, and the Neolithic. Yes, player 1.
What is the Bronze Age?
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the correct response. The Stone Age.
Stone Age, that's right. Daniel Boone for 4.
Ticklicker was Daniel Boone's nickname for this indispensable possession.
Player 3.
Yes, player 3.
What is rifle? Yes. You select.
Player 3, back to you for our
800.
next selection. In 1778, Daniel Boone was taken captive and adopted by Chief Blackfish of this Indian tribe.
Oh no.
Player 3.
Sioux.
Sorry, that's wrong.
No, that's not right.
Anyone else?
Yeah, we've got some tough double Jeopardy clues today.
The correct response is the Shawnee.
The Shawnee tribe.
Player
Select
3,
again.
pick again. Cleared under Daniel Boone's direction in 1775, the Wilderness Road passed through this famous gap. Let's hear it, player 2.
The Cumberland Gap.
That is correct.
Yes. 3,200.
Player 2,
Your
make a
selection,
selection, please, as we
Daniel
continue.
Boone for 16.
In his poem Don Juan, this Englishman wrote 7 stanzas about Daniel Boone and his virile exploits.
Who wrote the poem Don Juan?
The correct response is Lord Byron.
Oh, Lord Byron. Okay.
We return to you, player 2.
Daniel Boone for 2,000.
James Fenimore Cooper based this last of the Mohicans' character on Daniel Boone. Okay, player 2.
Player 2. Natty Bumppo.
Right.
Okay, Natty Bumppo.
Player 2, back to you for our
Libraries
next
for
selection.
400.
This country's national library, the Biblioteca Nacional José Martí, was financed by a tax on sugar. Yes, player 1.
What is Mexico?
Sorry,
No.
that's wrong. Anyone else?
Going backwards here now.
Here's the response we were looking for. Cuba.
Cuba.
Select again.
Libraries for 8.
The Hector Hodler Library in Rotterdam, which is devoted to this artificial language, has over 15,000 books. Here's what we were looking for. Esperanto.
Esperanto.
Player 2.
Player
Choose
2,
again.
select again.
When his presidential library was dedicated in 1991, 4 former presidents were in attendance. We're talking about Ronald Reagan.
Oh, Ronald Reagan.
Please pick again. Player 2.
1,600.
This Shakespeare library, named for this Standard Oil man, is run by Amherst College.
Player 3.
Yes, player 3.
Henry Folger.
That is correct.
Yeah, that's right. Your selection.
All
player
right,
3.
let's get back into this.
Libraries
Player 3
2000.
has control. The Radcliffe Camera, Britain's first round library, is the main reading room of this bigger library at Oxford. We're talking about the Bodleian Library.
Bodleian Library.
You get to pick
Okay.
again, player 3.
Science book reading.
The Oxford English Dictionary defines it as the science of man or of mankind in the widest sense.
I gotta start getting some
Yes,
clues
player
correct
1.
here. What is psychology?
That's not it.
No.
Anyone else?
Oh, man. I'm struggling a bit here now.
Here's the correct response. Anthropology.
Anthropology.
Please pick again, player 3. As a visiting scientist at Caltech, Carl Sagan contributed to missions to this planet with about 80% Earth's mass. Player 2.
Player 2, rather. What is Venus?
That is correct.
Yes. You're up to 6,400.
All right, let's get back into this. Player
Is
2
literature
has
for-
control. This treacherous pirate in Treasure Island has a pet parrot named Captain Flint. Yes, player 1.
Who's Long John Silver?
Right.
Okay, there we go.
Player 1. A gray spider named Charlotte brings about a series of miracles to keep this pig from the butcher's knife.
This being from Charlotte's
Yes,
Web.
player 1.
Who is Wilbur?
Yep.
Now we're having some money
You
back.
again,
1200.
player 1. Here's Sarah from our Clue Crew with the clue.
The traditional masks of comedy and tragedy were used by characters in ancient Greek drama. They're thought to have represented the twin sides of this god of wine and revelry.
Yes, player 1.
What is Dionysius?
You got
Yes. 1600, please.
it. Player 1.
The answer there is one of the daily doubles.
Answer. The first of the daily doubles. You are in the lead right now. Please enter your wager.
I'll go for 4,000.
Answer this. Tom Sawyer saw him murder Dr. Robinson in the cemetery and testified against him in court.
Who is Injun Joe?
You have maintained
Yes.
your lead. Way to go.
I'm up to 14 grand.
Select again.
2,000, please.
This E.L. Doctorow title character joins Dutch Schultz's gang as a 15-year-old in 1930s New York City. Here's what we wanted. Billy Bathgate.
Billy Bathgate.
Player 1, back to
Forwards,
you for
phrases
our
for 4.
next. The name of this type of poem is from the Japanese for stanza. It's player
Okay,
1.
what is a haiku?
Right. Player 1. Undercover cop Arnold Schwarzenegger taught it in a 1990 film.
What is kindergarten?
Yes, player 1.
Alright. 15,200.
We return
Science
to you,
book brief
player
for
1.
16.
Gustav Kirchhoff and Robert Bunsen used this prism scope to see the bands of colored light each element produced. Yes, player 1.
What is a spectroscope?
Yes.
Yes! I picked the right scope. Science poetry for 2,000.
Please. Named for a physicist, it's the amount of work done when 1 amp passes through 1 ohm of resistance for 1 second.
Player 2.
Okay, player 2.
What is Farad? No, that's wrong.
Anyone else? We're talking about a joule.
A jewel. That's what we needed.
Select again.
Okay, 4 words and phrases for
A
12.
medical aphorism, primum non nocere, is translated as, first of all, do know this. Player 1?
What is do no harm?
Yes.
There we go. 1,600, please.
Player 1? This Arabic salutation, often followed by alaykum, means peace. Here's the response we were looking for. Salam.
Salam. 2,000.
Please, literally, blow of mercy. This French phrase is used for any decisive stroke. Here's the correct response. Coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
You again,
One category
player 1.
left. Country music stars 400.
In Rhinestone, she turned Sly Stallone into a country singer. Okay, player 2.
Tammy Wynette.
Sorry, that's wrong.
Nope.
Anyone else? Here's the correct response. Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton. So you need
Please.
800.
How do you like him now? Now that he made his film debut as fading country star Bo Price in Broken Bridges.
Player 3.
It's player 3.
Who is Garth Brooks?
Sorry, that's wrong.
No, that is incorrect.
Any other takers?
Got a 50-50 shot, but I don't really want to risk it.
Let's hear it, player 2.
Player 2. Who is Toby Keith?
That's it.
Yes, that is right.
Player
Where
2,
want to go
you
now?
start us off.
1200.
He was the mean and abusive Doyle Hargraves in Sling Blade. The correct response is Dwight Yoakam.
Dwight Yoakam.
Player 2,
Who's
choose
left?
again.
1600. Answer there, the other daily double.
Answer.
And you have $4,800 to put
double.
at risk.
You are currently in second place.
Going for
Decide
1500.
on your
All
wager,
right,
player
you'll have
2.
6,300
All right,
if you're
here's
correct.
Your clue. Hats off to this singer who played the dad and horse rancher in 2006's Flicka.
Who's Tim McGraw?
Correct.
That is right. You go up to 6,300, and let's take a look at the last clue.
$2,000 clue. In a 1969 film, he showed some true grit as John Wayne's young sidekick. We're talking about Glenn Campbell.
It's Glenn Campbell. All right,
Only two of you
6,300 for
going
player
on
2,
to Final
18,000 for me.
Sorry, player 3.
And player 2 at mine.
Final Jeopardy still to come. And here's
1,600.
the
So player 3
category.
is not going to be for fun. Final
Championship Sports.
Championship
Please
Sports
take
is our final Jeopardy category. I'll go for 3,000.
And now the final clue.
All right, our final Jeopardy
In
answer.
2007, this university became the first to hold national titles in both football and basketball in the same year.
In 2007, this university became the first to hold national football and basketball in the same year. I'll say, what is Texas? Player 2,
Let's
let's
see your
start with
response.
you. You said, what is Florida?
How much do you
And that is right. And you double your score. You go to 12,600.
And your response?
I said, what is Texas? And that is
And
wrong.
cost
So that's going to cost me 3,000. That'll drop me down to 15,000. But that's enough to make me the winner. And since I came out in first place, we're going
Thanks
to
for
add
playing.
another 25,000 to that for a total of $40,000. All right, good game. Good game. And we'll see you for segment number 2 very soon. Bye-bye, everybody.